Welcome to the Haunted Quill.
The lands between, once ruled by the grace of the Erd Tree, stood as a realm of unparalleled beauty and unity. Its golden light touched every corner, binding mortals, demigods, and spirits in an intricate web of destiny. But the Elden Ring, the divine artifact that governed the world's balance, was shattered by betrayal and ambition. The shattering unleashed chaos, splintering the Golden Age into a time of war, ruin, and despair. In the shadow of this catastrophe, the eternal flame, an ancient force believed to heal fractures of both fate and the soul, vanished. Legends whispered it had been consumed by the turbulent skies and endless storms of Farum Azula, a crumbling city adrift in time. Generations passed, and the eternal flame became a half-forgotten myth, a story told by wandering merchants and fading scholars to those desperate for hope in the present. Amidst the fractured lands between, a lone Tarn awakens. They rise from a nameless grave, their memories fragmented, their purpose unclear, yet they feel an inexplicable pull towards something greater. A dream visits the Tarnished in the stillness of night, a vision of the eternal flame, flickering faintly amidst the ruins of Farum Azula, surrounded by an endless tempest. The voice of a forgotten seer echoes, "Seek the flame, O lost one, for it holds the threads of what was and what could be." The Tarnished sets forth on their journey, armed only with a tarnished blade and a cracked shield. Their path is fraught with danger, for the lands between are no longer ruled by peace but by warlords, creatures of shadow, and the lingering echoes of demigods. In the misty woods of Limgrave, the Tarnished encounters a spectral wolf pack, guardians of an ancient stone altar. Upon defeating the beasts, they uncover a fragment of an ancient map, inscribed with runes that shimmer faintly in the moonlight. Guided by the map, the Tarnished ventures into Stormvale Castle, a fortress once belonging to the demigod Godric. The castle is now overrun by twisted knights and monstrous grafted abominations. At the heart of the castle lies an ancient crow perched upon a shattered throne. The bird speaks in riddles, its voice low and gravelly. 3 trials await you. Only through fire, shadow, and sorrow will the eternal flame reveal itself. Act 3. The first trial leads the Tarnished to the smoldering church, where ash rains from the sky. A flame-wielding knight guards an ancient relic, a key to unlocking Farum Azula's entrance. The battle is fierce, but the Tarnished prevails, earning the knight's emburied sigil. The second trial plunges the Tarnished into the depths of Ainsel River, where they face a great shadowy serpent that feasts on lost souls. By mastering the light of a sacred lantern found in a forgotten temple, the Tarnished banishes the serpent and gains the second sigil. The final trial takes the Tarnished to the mountaintops of the Giants, where a frost-bound colossus wielding ice and thunder guards the final piece of the puzzle. The Tarnished barely survives, defeating the Colossus and recovering the last sigil. With the 3 sigils in hand, the Tarnished unlocks a portal to Farum Azula, the floating city frozen in time and surrounded by perpetual storms. Farum Azula is a labyrinth of crumbling towers, shifting staircases, and ancient dragons. The Tarnished battles through legions of spectral warriors and encounters Malekith, the Black Blade, the city's eternal guardian. After a harrowing duel, Malekith acknowledges the Tarnish's resolve and grants them passage to the heart of the city, where the eternal flame lies hidden. After the Tarnish reaches the flame, burning brightly yet delicately in an ornate brazier, surrounded by inscriptions in an ancient tongue. As they approach, visions of the past flood their mind, the shattering, the fall of the Erd Tree, and the sorrow of the gods. The flame speaks, its voice ancient and resonant. To reignite the light of the Erd Tree, you must offer a part of yourself. Will you sacrifice what remains of your humanity to heal the broken world? The Tarnished faces a choice: rekindle the flame and restore the Erd Tree's grace, or leave the flame untouched, allowing the fractured world to find its own path. As the Tarnished reaches out, the screen fades to black, leaving the choice shrouded in mystery, an ending both haunting and thought-provoking. A tale to linger in the hearts of those who hear it. As the Tarnish's hand hovers above the eternal flame, the brazier flares with golden light, illuminating the desolate chamber. Shadows of the past swirl within the fire, showing glimpses of those who once sought the flame but faltered in their resolve. The flame's voice deepens, resonating with both power and sorrow. The path of sacrifice is neither glory nor despair. It is simply the cost of renewal. Do you accept this burden, knowing it will forever change your fate? The Tarnished, battered and weary, recalls the suffering of the lands between, the ruins of Lingrave, the blood-soaked fields of Caelid, and the despair in the hollow eyes of the lost souls encountered on their journey. With a final breath, the Tarnished places their hand into the flame. A searing pain rushes through their body, as if their very essence is being burned and reshaped. The flame engulfs the Tarnished, but instead of destruction, it transforms them. Their armor glows with molten gold, their eyes burn with the brilliance of stars, and their form becomes something ethereal, a vessel for the flame itself. As the eternal flame merges with the Tarnished, the storm surrounding Faramezula begins to dissipate, revealing the true majesty of the city. Time itself seems to heal, and the ruins glow with the memory of their former glory. The Erd Tree, seen in the far distance, begins to shine brighter, its light spreading across the lands between, touching even the darkest corners. In the newfound light, ancient secrets long buried begin to stir. Forgotten beings, dragons, spirits, and spectral knights emerge, no longer bound by curses, but still wary of the world's fragile balance. The Tarnished, now a living avatar of the flame, is left with a daunting task: to guide the lands between into a new era, free from the shadows of the past. They travel to the Erd Tree, where they are met by the spirit of Marika, the goddess who once ruled. She gazes upon the Tarnished with both sorrow and hope, acknowledging their role as a new force of balance. The Tarnished speaks no words, but their presence emanates a calm authority. They kneel before the Erd Tree, and with a touch of their blazing hand, the roots begin to shimmer with life. Across the lands between, mortals and demigods alike witness the change. In Caelid, the red rot begins to retreat. In the mountaintops of the giants, the endless frost thaws, revealing ancient meadows. The eternal flame's influence spreads, but it does not erase the scars of the past. The lands between remain a realm of beauty and peril, where both light and shadow coexist. The Tarnished, now known as the Keeper of the Flame, walks the land, offering guidance to those who seek it and guarding against those who would abuse the newfound balance. In their wake, they leave not only renewal, but also mystery. Tales of the Keeper spread, growing into myths that inspire new generations to seek the flame. Yet the Tarnished's journey is far from over. Whispers arise of a shadow in the distant lands, a force that seeks to extinguish the flame once more. Exile. The Keeper sets their sights on these unknown regions, knowing that their role as a protector is eternal, and that peace is always fragile. As they vanish into the horizon, the lands between begin to rebuild. Villages thrive, and forgotten cities emerge from the ruins. Yet the memory of the shattering remains as a lesson etched into the hearts of all. The eternal flame continues to burn, hidden yet visible in every sunrise, a reminder of the sacrifice that brought balance to the world. Exercise freely gives people that listen to the song of the place, freely gives people the music, and teaches them to sing. The Tarnish's name, once forgotten, becomes legend. Songs are sung of their journey, stories told around campfires, and monuments built in their honor. Salt Clan trainers, the lands between, while no longer whole, become a place of hope and endless possibilities, shaped by the choices of one who refused to falter. Deep beneath the Erd Tree, in the silent halls of the Divine Tower, a fragment of the Elden Ring stirs, waiting for a time when the world might once again need its power. The flame whispers to the tarnished, reminding them that the balance they have created is delicate and that their watch must never end. From their glowing form, sparks of the eternal flame scatter into the winds, carried across the world as seeds of potential and renewal. The tarnished, now an immortal guardian, walks the line between hope and despair, knowing that both are needed for the world to endure. Farum Azula, no longer a crumbling ruin, becomes a sacred place of pilgrimage, its floating towers glimmering with restored magic. The world's new age begins, not as a return to the Golden Order, but as something unique. An age forged by the choices of the tarnished and the resilience of the lands between. As the years pass, mortals rise and fall, their stories intertwining with the legend of the Keeper. The flame remains a silent witness to the cycles of life and death. The tarnished, though alone in their eternal duty, find solace in their role, watching over the lands they once saved, ensuring that balance endures. The pair of them looks our hawk right, and so the eternal flame burns on, not as a beacon of domination, but as a symbol of hope and renewal, forever illuminating the lands between.